Hello, and welcome to the Jest podcast. I am your host, Jest, and you already know what this is. We doing it big. Man, I think I did that a little too close to the microphone, but that's okay. Anyway, what's going on with y'all? It's a beautiful Friday here. Nice and sunny, partly cloudy. It's super bright and gorgeous out, and I'm loving it. And I took my plants out today. I have a couple succulents in my room. I took them out to get sun. And out here, I'm sitting out here with my begonia. Yes, my begonia. It sounds like a song, my begonia. Oh, my begonia. My dearest begonia. How I miss you. Anyway, what else? What else is up? I'm sitting out here with my begonia. And that is today's thumbnail, because it's just looking so gorgeous. What a beautiful plant. So congratulations, begonia. You've earned your place as the thumbnail this week. But you're not my favorite. I'm really missing... Okay, so I got a plant last weekend. Me and my girl, we went to go visit an old friend from high school that I haven't seen in a long time. So he was out on a lake house, and we went to go chill with him. Now, he's really into plants and beekeeping and stuff. So we've always got a lot to talk about when we hang out. Because I also love plants, I just don't know shit about them. And I love bees, I also don't know anything about them. Plus, we both love weed, so we can just smoke and get along. But anyway, I was kind of winding up the night. We were hanging out all day, and then in the evening, we were watching TV. He was showing us this TV show called See, and it stars Jason Momoa, who's leading a blind troupe of adventurers. And they're all blind. Everyone in their troupe is blind. And yet they can still navigate the forest and fight wars and do cool shit, even while being blind. And they were fighting these other blind people, but they have dogs and horses and shit. It was pretty cool. But anyway, I was getting ready to leave. It's late night, so I need a joint for the ride to keep me up. And I'll go outside to smoke. He goes outside to smoke as well. And while we're outside talking, I mentioned, hey, I love plants, but I don't really grow them myself because I tend to kill them. So he goes, hold on a second, and he runs around the house. He goes out back, and I'm like, okay, where the fuck did he go? Like a minute later, he comes back around. Hey, look at this. He brings me this black pot. He brings me like a little, I don't know, what is it, like a quart, a 2-quart? Just like a small black pot. And in it, he has planted a forsythia. He's like, here, man, take this. It's forsythia. You can't fuck it up. Like, it's really easy. Good luck. And I was like, oh my god, like, I can't accept this plant. Like, I'm gonna kill it. And he's like, dude, just take it. So I'm like, okay, dude, I got you. So I take the plant. I love it, but slightly reluctant about it because, again, I'm probably gonna kill it. Maybe I should just give it to my girlfriend. She's much better with plants than I am. But no, I'm going to hold on to this one. So I remember to bring it home with us. And then the next day we're at my girl's apartment. And my girl and her roommate are cooking. So I go, okay, I'm going to go out. I'm not much use in the kitchen. 1, because I'm lazy. And 2, because I'm incapable. But I decide to excuse myself and I go outside to smoke before dinner's ready. When I go out, I say, hold on a second, I'm bringing this plant with me. So I grab my forsythia, and on the way out I go, I'm going to smoke and give my plant a name. And I'm not going to name it Cynthia, I promise you. And with that, I closed the door and sat down outside on the balcony. And as I'm smoking my bowl, I'm like, man, I can't really think of any good names. But I smoke my bowl, I chill out, I'm listening to some music. And then when I'm done, my lungs are aired out, and I'm ready to go back inside. And I go, shit, I haven't named my plant yet. What the fuck am I gonna name it? So I gotta name it something funny. I made a point that I'm gonna name the plant when I go outside. So when I come back in, I have to have a name. And now I really want to make it a funny name. Because it's a bit now. I said I was gonna name it, so now I gotta name it. And hold on, I swear to God I just saw Daddy Longlegs flying through the sky. Nope, it's just a giant mosquito. Fuck that thing. Anyway, so I'm about to go back inside and I go, what can I name this plant? I was thinking I was gonna name it Stacy Dash, but I already named a butterfly that weekend. So I was like, okay, I need an original creative name for this plant. This Forsythia plant I got. What do I call it? And I was like, I just keep thinking of Cynthia and I don't want to name it that. What do I call her? And I was like, well, I gotta be inspired. I gotta think about the plant. What does the plant do that can, inspire me to come up with a name? I said, oh my God. This plant doesn't do anything. It kind of just sits there. And yet I love it. I have a special connection with it. So I'm going to name my plant Helen Keller. And so I proudly pick up my plant and come back inside and go, hey guys, how's dinner going? Me and Helen Keller have worked up quite an appetite out there. And so both my girl and the roommate look at me like, you what? You named your plant Helen Keller? I'm like, yeah, why not? She's beautiful. And they're like, and so they're like, hey man, don't you think you shouldn't name your plant after Helen Keller? Don't you think that's a little offensive? I was like, offensive? Why, how is it offensive? I'm remembering Helen Keller. I'm showing respect by naming my plant after her. I'm keeping her in my memories. It's out of love and respect. And so my girl is like, yeah, but are you sure it's not? Are you sure you didn't name it Helen Keller because it just sits there? And I said, yeah, I'm sure. That's not why I named it. I named it Helen because I love her. And I want to remember Helen Keller every time I think of this plant. And every time I think of Helen Keller, I want to think of my plant. But, I don't know, they were just convinced it was an offensive thing for some reason. But I love Helen. I'm really excited. I'm taking good care of her. I've been taking her outside with me when I smoke. We've been hanging out together. Sorry, Begonia, but you're not the only one I take outside to smoke. Actually, I haven't even done that with her. But, I don't know. So my girl's giving me a hard time about the plant. It's not offensive, I just named it Helen. And then her roommate was telling me, when people hear the name Helen Keller, they're going to think, because your plant, when they think Helen Keller, they think she was deaf and they think she was blind. So, they're going to think you named your plant Helen Keller because your plant is deaf and your plant is blind. Well, that's not true at all. First off, my plant isn't deaf. It can hear what I'm saying. Thank you very much. And she's not happy about what she's hearing. So watch your mouth. But also, she's not blind. She sees the light. She always grows towards wherever the light is, so how could she be blind? It's not an offensive name. I don't understand what they're going for. I love my plant, Helen Keller. Unfortunately, I forgot her at my girl's apartment. So she's, we're doing a sleepaway. She's sleeping over at summer camp this week. But she'll be back at the end of the week, and I will continue to take care of her. And I'll be able to take her outside to keep smoking. She's my new smoking buddy. Although I don't know what I'm going to do once she gets so big that I can't carry her around anymore. Because they're like big bushes. They get really big. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So it's like a kid, you know? Helen is my child. I only have so much time with her. One day she grows up and I won't be able to hang out with her like I used to. You know? Kids go off to college. Plants outgrow their pots. And they get too big for you to carry them around. Just like your kids. You gotta take them off your shoulders and let them go roam in the world. But until then, I gotta enjoy the time I have with Helen now, while she's still small. You know, I gotta bring her outside with me in the mornings to get some sun and stretch. And I'll bring her outside with me in the evenings so we can go smoke and get some fresh air. It's crazy. Hold up. I'm rotating my begonia so she's facing away from the sun. She's only growing in one direction. That seems bad. Plants grow to balance themselves out, and this one's just growing in one direction because it's been sitting in a window. So I'm trying to bring this begonia outside as much as possible. Helen will actually be able to just live outside. She's a hardy plant, so she can take cold nights and probably even the winter. She'll be an outdoor plant. But my begonia here is a house plant, as they used to call it. Or a house P word, sorry. That might have been offensive for some of you. But this P word belongs in the house, I'll tell you that. She can't really take the heat and the sun. But damn, is she sure beautiful. I can find a couple uses for her around the house. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I really love my begonia, and I really love Helen. I don't love one more than the other. Sure, the begonia's soft and gives me a nice, warm feeling. But Helen is hardy. She gets shit done. You know, she can spend all day outside, and she won't even be tired from it. That's what I like to see in a woman. I mean, plant. You know, there's house plants, then there's field plants. Sorry, field P words. You know, everyone has their place. So get back out there. Get back to picking that cotton. I mean, taking in that sun. Yeah, get out there, you field plant. I mean, field P word. Jesus, sorry guys, it's just so hard to be politically correct these days. I'm trying, I promise. But I struggle. Yeah. But, I don't know, did I ask you guys how you're doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope you've been up to some fun things, fun activities. Let me know what you've been up to. If you're doing anything cool, I want to know about it. If not, I still want to know. What kind of lame things have you been doing? I'm still curious. I hope you've been having a good time. I hope your week has been going well. Mine has been going well. I'm doing the podcast late this week. It is Friday instead of Monday. And I'm feeling great. I didn't get that much done at work. Would have liked to do some more, but hey, fuck it. I've got a long weekend. Monday is Labor Day, so I've got a nice long weekend to enjoy. And I enjoyed my last week. What did I do last week? I did a whole bunch of shit. So I went to go see my friend. He had a lake house. We chilled out there. That was on Saturday. So Friday, Friday. I can't even remember. What did I do this past weekend? Did we do anything Friday? Yeah, Friday we were going to go to this jazz festival in Boston. But I guess it was canceled or moved to another day or something. So we showed up and there was no jazz. Or festival. It's crazy. So we just kind of got some food. We went back. Oh, we went to a bar. We got some drinks. And there was some live music. Some old-timey music. So that was pretty nice. Although it didn't fix my itch. It didn't, it didn't scratch my itch. It didn't fill my fix. Is that how you say those expressions? I don't even know. But it left me wanting more. Because I wanted to go dance with people and experience jazz. Jazz is just freeform. It's just something different. You can't just go listen to some nerds from their high school robotics team show up in fucking, I don't know, like dress clothes from the 90s and just playing old-timey swing tunes. I don't know. It was good, I enjoyed it, but it's not what I was looking for. So I was still feeling antsy. I still wanted to go out after we left this bar. So we got back to the apartment, and then we walked to a local brewery, and we got some more drinks there. But that still didn't fix it, It still didn't fill my fix, or scratch my itch, or whatever the fuck the saying is. I still wanted to go out and have fun. I wanted to meet people and talk to people and do cool shit. Be like, yo, do you like jazz? Do you like this jazz? This is great. How long have you been here? At the first bar, we were at our own table. It's COVID in Boston, so they reinstated the mask mandate. We were outside, so we didn't need them, but the social scene is weird because you're discouraged from talking to other tables. You can't just stand up and go talk to other tables and run around and scream. And then, even at the bar, the second bar, we still had our own table, so it was just us talking to ourselves. And it was fun. We got to go out, had some drinks, it was nice. But I wanted to go out and meet people and dance. Be out of my comfort zone. I didn't really get any of those. Although when we finally got back to the apartment, we did go out back on the balcony. I was smoking weed. No one else was smoking with me. But I was smoking a joint, and we were all just hanging out. And while I'm smoking, the other roommate is DJing, playing some great tunes for us, and I'm just flopping around. I would call it dancing, but it definitely wasn't that. I'd call it more flailing. Yeah, flopping around was pretty accurate. Kind of just swaying and moving and grooving. Mostly to the beat, So I'm just acting like a drunken fool on the balcony. And my girl and her roommate are surprisingly feeling the vibe. So we just hung out there for a while as I dicked around, thrusting the air, smoking hella weed, and listening to tunes. It was a good time. And I'm glad I got to dance, because that scratched most of the itch. It filled most of the fix. I really love to dance. I just wish there were some more random people to talk to out there, and that would have fulfilled my desires for the night, Another time. Me and my girl, we fucking love just talking to random people and strangers. Especially her, she's so good. I like to talk to random people just cause, but she is legitimately curious about other people. She actually cares about them without having ever met them. She just starts talking to someone and she cares about them already. Which is crazy to me. Because Because I start talking to you, and unless you really say some shit to earn my respect, I couldn't give less of a shit about you. You know? I'm not gonna save you from a oncoming car. Don't stand in the way. But my girl, like, she really shows passion and care for people when she first meets them. Which is something I used to have, but I guess just life, bad experiences, and plenty of strong weed will just kind of pull me back, you know? They stop me from caring too much about other people because, you know, caring about other people has gotten me hurt in the past. Whether it's a relationship or just a close friend. Like, if you really love one of your friends and some bullshit goes down, like, you're worried about it. If they're in trouble, you're concerned for them. If they're acting like a fool, you're worried about them. And, like, I recognized that, like, early on, and then going through college, I think I just checked out. Like, I love having friends, but I don't maintain my friendships at all. I don't check in on anyone. I don't just say hey. Like, I hang out with you and that's it. I'm here to exchange words with you and no more. Oh, look, it's my mom. Hold on, she's gonna ask about dinner.
Have dinner ready.
Okay, I need more time. I win. See, I'm so good at guessing games. You should put me on a TV game show. As opposed to those other game shows. Yeah, someone should put me on a game show, man. I'm not smart. But I've got character and strategy. I actually am pretty good at games. If I do say so myself. I've never been the best at games, but I've always picked them up quickly. Plus, I've always had great friends. Playing games with my friends, I'd let them get good at the game. Then they can just tell me what to do. I don't have to spend all that time learning and all that bullshit. I can just kick back and reap the benefits of my friends. Frienefits? Is that what I'm gonna call it? Like, just reap the frienefits? That sounds right. I think that's what I was going for. But it also makes me sound retarded. Like, it sounds like I didn't quite know what I was going for. And the words that came out were technically English, but it's not what I meant. Huh. What the fuck was I talking about? Dude, I'm not even high. I can't remember shit. So my weekend. Again. So that night that we went out, I did have a really good time. Just in a much different way than I was expecting. You know? The next day, Saturday, we went out to the lake house and we chilled. And that's when I met Helen Keller. Yeah. And I'll be seeing her again this weekend, so I'll make sure to bring her home with me. Damn, I'm taking Helen home with me? Shit, girl. We about to get dirty up in this bitch. Ooh. Show me what those braille fingers can do. You touching those dots, you can touch my spot. I know you know what's up. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. She doesn't get embarrassed. I can say anything I want. I can scream. I can moan any way I want. And she'll love it. God damn, Helen. You're a dirty girl. Like, seriously, you're making a mess. I know you can't see and everything, but at least wash your hands. If you can't afford to take a shower. Come on now. And then Sunday. Sunday. I don't really remember what I did on Sunday. Oh, yep. And smoked a bunch of weed. That's what I did on Sunday. That explains it. Actually, I do pretty good with remembering what I do when I smoke a lot. It's drinking that does it. Like, if I have a drink or two, I might forget a whole hour or two. Especially once I start having a couple of drinks and really get drunk. Like, my memory just goes. But if I smoke weed with it, I feel like it actually helps retain the memories. But, like, if I'm just having a night where I smoke a shit ton of pot, yeah, it's like a little hazy. It's not like super detailed, but I remember what I did. And being in control of myself the whole time. But, I mean, with booze, it really does help your memory, too. I feel like one of my friends told me about a study about that back when. Where, smoking cannabis while consuming alcohol can help mitigate the brain-damaging effects. It can help mitigate the loss of memory, you know? And I've totally experienced that in real life. But it's funny, because if you're sober and then you smoke, comparatively, your memory is worse. So I don't know how the fuck it's doing that. Damn, weed, you crazy. Yeah, Sunday we just like cooked and chilled. Oh, we went for a run though. We're gonna run in the morning, and I was like, I don't like running in the morning. So my girl was like, yeah, but it's fasted running. It's the best kind of running. So I was like, okay, if we're going to do it fasted, well, I'm going to smoke and stretch first, and then we'll really be fasted. So rather than running in the morning, we'll run after lunch. And so it became a competition, and then we did that. So we went for a run at like 1 p.m., totally fasted. And it was good, but we're running on the streets, and I normally like to run on trails and stuff, so it's less impact. So we're running on the streets, so it's a whole lot of impact on my knees and my ankles. But to top it off, I'm not running at my own pace. I'm running at my girl's pace. She's like half my size. So I'm taking like literally twice the amount of steps. So if running on the pavement is already enough impact to be of concern, doubling or even tripling my steps, just the number of iterations of me stepping. Like, I really fucked up my knee that day. My ankle, and I'm used to it. I've gone on long runs with her before. And I'll just, like, fuck my body up and just deal with it for a week or two. But there was just so many. Maybe it wasn't as big of a step, so I wasn't putting big impacts on my leg, but I was putting so many more number of impacts on my knees. Like, I couldn't even walk up and down the stairs that day. And the next day I was still feeling it. I could get up and down the stairs, but it was a struggle. Like, literally that night, I'm like trying to go up and down the stairs at nighttime to go use the bathroom. I'm holding the railing and just forcing myself up and down, but it just hurts so bad to try and walk upstairs. I'm feeling better now, thankfully. It's been almost a week later. But shit. Like, I really fucked my knee up that day. No joke. And then the whole evening I was just smoking hella weed to try and... It doesn't really help with the inflammation that much, but I was just like, I don't want to feel this. I'd much rather feel like I'm melting than feel my knee imploding on itself. Come on now. And I have like CBD lotion and CBD oil, but that was all at home. I was at my girl's place. I don't have any icy hot to put on. You know, I was just there, struggling. So at least now I know not to do that. So that's the problem, is my girl's always running around the streets, but I can't do that. She goes for long, slow runs, but I do the opposite. I go for fast, short runs. If I'm not taking full strides, it's pointless. And then I just go for as long as I can, which is about a mile or two. And that works for me. I like to run fast. And at the end of a mile or two, I'm fully drained. But the whole point of cardio is to get your heart rate up and keep it there. So most people run like my girl does. Well, you just kind of, you kind of turtle it. Low and slow. Steady wins the race. Except where you don't win the race. But you get more exercise in if you just run slow for a long time. So when my girl goes for a run, she says, I'm going to run for an hour. But when I go for a run, I'm running to complete a loop. I have to finish the trail. So we're coming from completely opposite ends of this running spectrum and trying to meet in the middle so we can exercise together. But it's really fucking hard. Because she's built for one type of running. She's like, oh, it's fine. You can do this. You got long legs. And then I'm built for another type of running where I'm like, no, you can keep up. Like, yeah, you got short legs, but you just got to increase the pace. And we're not running as far, so it'll be fine. But it doesn't work out. She can't meet me on my level, and I can't meet her on her level. So we got to find a happy medium. Maybe that would be like some trail running, some distance trail running. Or if we ran at a track, I could keep my own pace, but we could still run together. I just hate running around a track. I literally feel like a mouse on a wheel. I mean, this life is already enough of a rat race trying to get to work and shit. I don't need to literally run on a wheel. No, thank you. Next thing you know, they'll be putting cocaine in my water bottle. Oh shit, Coca-Cola. They've been doing that. God damn, man. What is life but a fucking maze? And we're all just rats. Fuck. Fuck me. Fuck you. Fuck you, you rat bastard. Fuck all this bullshit. I don't want to do this. But I gotta meet reality on reality's terms, says Dr. Drew. So fuck it. I'll live like a rat. You know, I'll scurry around, sniffle my nose, hold my hands close to my chest. As I nibble on my food or sip my beer. Anxiously awaiting the next puzzle that I'll be put into. Shit! But, you know, the good thing is, even in the laboratory setting, mice get out. Rats are tricky little buggers. They can climb cages that were built for them not to be able to climb. And they can somehow lift latches and do crazy shit. So there is hope for us mice. I don't want to leave you like there ain't any hope for us. But there is. You know, you don't have to be a mat. Or you don't have to be a mouse. That's not what I'm saying. You don't have to be a mouse. But if you're going to be a rat, at least be a cool rat. Alright, I've wasted enough of your time. I'll let you go. You guys already know what to do. Listen to your mom. And listen to your heart. And go suck a dick. You never know what it'll do for you. See ya.